right, go ahead. All right. Go ahead and get ready to state your registry. Majum Shabbat.
Majum Shabbat. Yeah, in the registry. Majum Shabbat.
Yahweh.
Takamas.
Ban Yahweh.
Howard.
Ban Yahweh. Ban Yashar.
Takamas ban Yahweh ban Yashar. All right. Now Majum Barak.
Yahweh.
Yahweh Ba'Shem.
Yahweh Barakatham.
Barakatham.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Barakatah. All right, come on up. No, this side's fine. Oh, okay. All right.
Hold on.
La Yashala.
All right. Flip this over. We got take the cover. Blow the horn again. All right. With that, Majum, go ahead and call it. Sar.
Sar, which means turn face to the east.
There you go. We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer. Yeah.
So with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Qudash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh.
Malakaka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Barataza.
Kawak. Hayah.
Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Natalanawa. Lakam.
Kal.
Yawam. Wasalakinawa.
Kabawakinawa.
Kasalakinawa.
Kabawakinawa. Wala'ah. Tabiya'inawa.
Banasayawan.
Abal.
Hawashaynawa. Mayan. Rai.
Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wahala. Wahatapara. La'awalamim. Come on. In the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
I'm gonna do the power prayer. Yahweh. Ba'Shem Yahushua. Baba Kushab. Natalanawa.
Haka.
La Rapa. Kal Makala. Wakal Marawa. Haka. Latahar.
Ha.
Matazarayim. Haka.
Lahakwayim. Hamatayim. Haka.
Al Rakawat. Hata Ma'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Lagarashan. Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem. Yahushai. The water. Aman. Power prayer in English. Lord, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power.
Please give us the
power to heal. All manner of sickness. All manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it.
Bless Israel, right?
Yeah.
Bless Israel, pray. Yahweh. Ba'ashem
Yahushai.
Barak Lanawa. Ba'ashar Allah.
Wahabayat.
Saparim.
Barak.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushai. The water. Amen. And what we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahushai, bless us and Israel and the school in the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it.
I'm going to do Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha,
Ayanya, Al, Aharim, Ma'ayan, Yabah, Azariah, Ma'ayin,
Yahweh, Aisha,
Shamayim, Waratza,
Al Yatan, Lamawat,
Regalka,
Al Yanawam,
Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamanka, Yawamam,
Hayashim,
Hashamash,
La Yakaka,
Wayarak, Balayala,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Makal Rai,
Yashamar,
Athanapashka,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Taza'aka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'ata, Awalam. Now this is Psalm 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yashar'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayam. Gamaya.
Lakab.
Alta Karash. Wa Alta Shakwat. Kaya Hana. Awayab Yaka. Yahama one. Wa Mashana Yaka.
Nashawa. Ra'ash.
Ya'irayam wa.
Yairayamwa.
Sawad. Waya Aitza.
Wayatayaitazawa.
Al Taza for one Yaka.
Al Taza for one Yaka.
Amarwa.
Akawa.
Wa na Kayadam.
Wanakakidam.
Magawya. Wala.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'Allah.
Awad.
Kaya. Na awatza.
Nawaitazawa.
La.
La.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Warat.
Wahara.
Yakaratwa.
Yakarathwa.
Aya.
Aya.
Arawan.
Adawan.
Wa Yashamai Alayam.
Wa Yashama Alia.
Waba.
Mawaba.
Mawaba. Wa Aga Rayam.
Wahagarium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa Aimawan.
Wa Imawan.
Wa Amala.
Wa Imalak.
Palashat.
Palashat.
I'm Yashabai.
I'm Yeshabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Sarawaya.
Zarawai.
Labanya.
Labanya.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Ansha Laham.
Aisha Laham.
Madayam.
Kamadyan.
Kasayash. Kasaya Sarah.
Kasiyat Sarah.
Kayabayan.
Kayabian.
Ba Nash.
Nakal.
Ba. Okay. Banaka.
Banakal.
Payas one.
Kwayaswan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Baayan Dara.
Ba'ayanda Ara.
Ayawa.
Hayawa.
Raman.
Daman.
La Araman.
La Adama.
Sayatam.
Shayatamwa.
Sayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nadayamba.
Nadayamwa.
Waka Iraq.
Kaira.
Wakazaba.
Wakazaba.
Wakazabat.
Wakazabat.
Wakatas Salmanai.
Wakatazamanai.
Ka.
Kal.
Nasaya Kamwa.
Nasaya Kamwa.
Yashar.
Ashar.
Yashar. La Nawa.
Amarwa.
Ashar Amar.
Amarwa.
Marwa. Na Yashar.
Nayarashad.
Nayarashad. La Nawa.
Lanawa.
Ad.
Ad.
Nadwa.
Na'awat.
Alahayam.
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 Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagal.
Kagal.
Gala.
Gala.
Ka. Kwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Rapa.
Ralka.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Tabaira.
Tabaira.
Yaira.
Yaira.
Waka Lahabat.
Wakalahabat.
Ta Lahat.
Talahat. Haryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Darapa. Radat.
Taradatma.
The Datma. Ma Sairaka.
Basairaka.
Wabasa. Wapatka.
Wabasa Wapatka.
Ta Bahalam.
Tabahalam.
Ma La
Mala'ah.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Palawam.
Kwalawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabash.
Yabash.
Wa Wayabaal.
Wayabahalwa.
Wayabaal. Yaai.
Ayai.
Waya Kaparwa.
Wayapaparwa.
Wayabarwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayadai.
Wayadaiwa.
Kayan.
Kaya.
Ata.
Ata.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labaka.
Labadka.
Alyawan.
Alyawan.
Ka.
Al. Ka.
Aratza.
Ha'aratza. All right, Psalm chapter 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence,
Keep not silence.
O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace.
and be not still,
Be not still.
O Yahweh. For lo,
Lo.
thine enemies make a tumult,
Enemies make a tumult.
and they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up their head.
lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted. Against thy hidden ones.
Against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
Come.
And let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
That the name of Yasha
The name of Yasha
may be no more in remembrance.
Be no more in remembrance.
But they have consulted together.
They have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against
They are
thee.
confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabal. And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek. The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also was joined with them.
Ashur also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Joined to them.
Joined to them.
As unto the Midianites.
Unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kaisan.
The brook of Kaisan.
Which perished at Endor.
Perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles.
Make their nobles.
Like Oreb.
Oreb.
And like Zeid.
Like Zeid.
Yea. All their princes as the Ba.
All the princes as the Ba.
And as Almunah.
And as Almunah.
Who said, let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of God in possession.
The houses of God in possession.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
The stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth they wood.
As the fire burneth they wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
Persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
Make them afraid.
Make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble forever.
In trouble forever.
Yea. Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish. That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou. Whose name alone.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
The most high.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth. This is the blessings prayer in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shad.
Why Yahweh Shad.
Wa Mayakala. Wa Mayakala.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alayam.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazab Hayam.
Matazad Ya'ah.
Alawat Yahana.
Alawat Yahana.
Alawapia.
Ha'alawapim.
Hasa Ranyam.
Hasaranyam.
Hakwat Zayanyam.
Hakwat Zayanyam.
Haka Yayayam.
Haka Yayoyam.
Wa Akwatiyam.
Wa Akwatiyam. Yahweh.
Ba Hashem Yahushua.
Ba Hashem Yahushua. The water Aman. In English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
The general.
The general.
The captain.
The captain.
The officer.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the assistants.
And the assistants.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The name of Yahushua.
The name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
All right, with that, Sar. Go ahead and set the scroll down and then go ahead and blow the horn. With that, Shabia. All right, go ahead and clap it up, man. More time, try. Shalom, Yahshua. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakathum. Yahweh Shemar Thum Ba Shem Yahushua. This is the Isupk. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, in 1969. We're under Commanding General Yohana. We're here to teach the truth of the Bible for so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, their real true culture, history, and identity according to the scriptures. It is, of course, the Sabbath service. So in the Sabbath service, we'll be continuing where we left off in the previous section. On the previous service, where we're continuing to finish up the book of Numbers. Let's see where we left off last time. It was so we're starting off in Numbers chapter 35 and 7. Numbers chapter 35 and 7. We'll be finishing up the book of Numbers today. We'll be going into the book of Deuteronomy by the end of today's reading. So let's see how the book of Numbers finishes off. We're going to read them 7 verses at a time. So Numbers 35 and 7. And go ahead and help the brother translate or to read it, and then we'll translate it to the English afterwards.
Come.
So, 1, 2. So read from 7 to 13.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Numbers 35 and 7. Numbers 35, verse 7.
Ka
Ka,
Ha'irayim,
Hayurayim,
Ha'irayim,
Arayim,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Tatanwa,
Tatanawa,
Allah, Wayum,
La,
La, Lawayum,
La, Wayam, Wayam,
Arba, Ayum,
Arbayam,
Washa,
Washa,
Manach, Manacha,
Manaha, Washa Manaha,
Ira,
Ira,
Tamu,
Adanga,
Wa'at,
Waat,
Marad, Sa, Shayum.
Marashayam,
No, it's like this. Marasasha, Yaha,
Maratasha, Yaha.
verse 8.
Verse 8.
Waha, I, Rayam,
Rahayam,
Waha, I,
Rayam,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Tatanawa,
Tatanawa,
Makia, Zat, Makia,
Maka,
Sata,
Sata,
Banya,
Banya,
Yasha'al,
Yashala,
Ma'at,
Mayat,
Ma'at,
Ma'at,
Harab,
Harab,
Ta, Ba, Taraba,
Darabar,
Wa Ma'at,
Ramaat,
Ta, Ma'ita,
Hamada,
Ta, Ma'ai, Yatawan,
Tama'ata, Tatanyam,
Aisha,
Asha,
Kabya,
Kapia,
Nata, Latawan,
Nata, Natawan,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Yana, Ta, Lawan,
Yanata, Dayawan,
Yatawan,
Yatawan,
Ma'ai, Rayawan,
Ma'ai,
Ra,
Ra,
Rayawan,
Wayawan,
Lawayan,
Layaram, Layanyam.
Okay. Verse 9.
Verse 9.
Wada, Waya, Dabara.
Wayadabar. No, I mean,
You right?
Wayadabar.
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Al,
Masha,
Masha,
Amar.
Lamar.
Verse 10.
Verse 10.
Dabar,
Dabar,
Al,
Al,
Banya,
Banya,
Yasha'al,
Yashala,
Wa Marata,
Wa, Mata,
Alaham,
Alaham,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Atam,
Hatam,
I Barayam,
Abayam, Abayam,
At,
At,
Aya, Haya, Rad,
Radaram,
Asatzacha,
Ata, Tazak, Akwa,
Ira, I was like, Irat Tzach,
Aratza,
not bad. Kana Awan,
Kana, Awan.
verse 11.
Verse 11.
Waka Kwa Rat Wahakwa Ra Yatam,
Waya, Kwa, Tantaran, Tai,
Waha
Waha, Kwa,
Ra Ya
Waya,
Tam,
Dum,
Lakam,
Lakam,
I Rayam.
I Rayam.
I Raya.
I Raya.
Makwalat.
Makawalat.
Taha Ya Naha.
Dahaya Naha.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Wanas.
Manas.
Shamha.
Shamaha.
Ratzat.
Ratazah.
Makah.
Makah.
Napash.
Nabash.
Bashaga Ha.
Basagah. Ha.
12.
Verse 12.
Wahayawan.
Wahayawan.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Ha'irayam.
Ha'ayaranyam.
La Makwala.
Lama Kualat.
Lot.
Lot.
Magal.
Mago.
Wala.
Walala.
Wa'ala.
Wahala.
Ya Mata.
Ya. Mata.
Harat Zazata.
Haratiza.
Ida.
Ada.
I Marawan.
Amarawan.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Ha'ai Daha.
Ha'ai. Daya.
Ha.
Daha.
Lamasha Pat.
Amash.
13.
Verse 13.
Waha'ai Rayam.
Wahayaram.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Tatsanawam.
Datanayam. Naram.
1.
1.
Shisha.
Shesha.
Araya.
Arariya.
Makwalat.
Makwalat.
Tayam Naha.
Daya. Naha.
Lakam.
Lakam.
That was 13.
All right, let's go ahead and read that in English.
It should be marked already. No, it should be marked in the scripture. Oh, you know it.
When you read in the English, though, just read at that way you don't have to flip back and forth in the app.
It's already marked. Tell me that.
Numbers chapter 35, verse 7. Amen. So all the cities which ye shall give to the Levites should be the 48 cities. Them shall ye give with their suburbs. 8. And the cities which ye shall give shall be the possession of the children of Israel. From them they have many, ye shall give many. But for them that have few, you shall give few. Everyone shall give of his cities unto the Levites according to his inheritance which he inherit.
And that scales up depending on the population, right? So the higher population, there's more land that's allocated for that particular tribe. So that tribe is, of course, then going to scale up the amount of space needed for the Levites to do their thing, to do their priestly duties. And that's why they have their own cities, because in order to have a Sabbath service like what we have right here, imagine if we had 100 people in here. We couldn't fit 1,000 people in here. We couldn't fit 10,000 people in here. So what's going to have to happen is that we're going to have multiplied, you know what I'm saying, Sabbath services. So it scales up the same way. No different than what scales up. That's why La Ishra is such a pivotal part of the tithes, because it's 10%, right? A tenth is what it means when it comes to tithes. But that tithe scales up based off of any particular person's increase, whether it be goods, whether it be cattle, whether it be crop, whether it be funding. You understand? Because there's always people out there that are saying, well, tithes are supposed to be fruits and vegetables. Okay, well then bring that. If that's what you got, bring that, because it's increase. Anything that is added unto you, a tenth of it is to be put back into this tabernacle. Now, that goes without saying. What has happened over time in the modern era, where all of the 12 tribes are now under the order of Melchizedek to then come into the priesthood and fulfill duties as parts of the Sabbath service. We have Isupk schools in a lot of these big major cities, Texas, right? We're just in Texas alone, Austin, San Antonio, Killeen, Dallas, Houston, right? Those are the ones that have the most fortified zones. And so those zones have people that set that place up specifically for that city so that there doesn't have to be so much travel. Because imagine if Sabbath service was every weekend, everybody had to go to New York every Sabbath. That wouldn't be sustainable, right? So, of course, Passover would be a perfect reason to pull everybody together, but to have an efficiently laid out like city state where every tribe has a number of areas where the Levites are so that they'll be close to where they set up the tabernacles and the altars and everything like that so that we can basically scale up our nation. That's what it's really coming down to. And that's what you see in the theme here where, like the scripture says, it says too much is given, much is required. And so if the Most High has blessed a specific tribe with a larger population than some of the other tribes, that doesn't diminish the amount of effort that goes in because it does scale up. You understand? And that's why if those that are living in abundance are giving more, that's a good thing because, it really helps even the playing field so that everybody has everything that they need, especially when it comes to us serving the Most High. You understand? Because brothers need to salute that scroll. They need to salute that scroll. We need that every single week to remind ourselves of who we are because this place is constantly bombarding us with the oppression of slavery, the oppression of having to scrape to get by. It's important for us to have these wins. Our culture is an automatic win for us. So we have to hold on to these wins and we have to rehearse the righteous acts. And that's why the book of Numbers is so heavy because it completely outlines how we maintain that level of organization, no matter how small we are or how large we are as a people in population. All right, go ahead and keep reading.
Verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 10, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when you come over Jordan into the land of Canaan, verse 11, then you shall appoint your cities to be cities of refuge for you, that the slayer may flee thither, which killeth any person at unawares. Verse 12, and they shall be unto you cities for refuge from the avenger, that the manslayer die not, until ye stand before the congregation in judgment.
And so if somebody were to commit any kind of murder or any kind of slaying or anything, that they would have a specific location for them to be at. It almost reminds me of like a place to lay low. You ever hear about that in like when you see that term in movies? It sounds kind of like that, but what it really is damn near like a prison city, a place for refuge from the avenger, where somebody that is to be isolated from the rest of everybody else, they are to be in that area so that they can serve out whatever time that they need to serve out before being judged by the congregation. Because sometimes it doesn't happen all the way immediately. You understand? Just like in the judicial system, what happens with people that are currently being processed for different crimes and things like that? They're put in a temporary area, right? Damn near like its own little city, a little area that is to separate them so that they can be prevented from doing any further harm to anybody around them. So these things are important to have set in place because, again, it's a fail-safe. You have to have something like this because what's going to happen if you don't have something like this? We'd rather be prepared for every specific type of situation than to not have a guideline for when these things happen. Because unfortunately, as much as we try to be a perfect people in a society with law and history and camaraderie and brotherhood amongst each other, there's still slip-ups that occur. There's still situations that come up, and sometimes people lose control of themselves. And so that's why the scriptures is mentioning this right here, because it very well could happen, just like how it happens in our neighborhoods here in America every single day. Well, hopefully when we have our own land, it'll happen much less frequently, if at all, because things will be set in order. And it's important for us to continue that custom that God gave us so that we have these fail-safes for whenever things happen. Go ahead and continue.
13. And these cities which you shall give, 6 cities shall you have for refuge.
All right, let's go back to the Hebrew. We're going to read from verse 14 to 20.
Ada,
Shalasha,
Shalada,
Shalasha,
Shalasha,
I Rayam,
Hiram,
I
Hi, Ryan,
yes. The one
Datan, Da, Nawam,
my bar,
Mabar,
Maya Ra the one
La Ya, Radayam, Radayan, Wam, La Ya, Dawam,
Wa'at.
Wa'at,
We just read that one.
Huh?
We just read that one. Shalasha,
Shalasha,
I Rayam,
Ha'ai, Rayam,
Ta Nawam,
Tata, Nawam,
Baratza,
Baratza,
Kanayon,
Kananayon,
Araya,
Araya,
Makwala,
Makwalat,
Taha, Yanaha,
Taha, Ya, Nahau, 15,
Labanya,
Labanya,
Yashaham,
Yashal,
Walakura,
Wala, Korah,
Wala, Da, Washa, Wala, Ta, Washa,
Wala, Ta, Shabya, no, Shab,
Wala, Ta, Washa,
Wala, Ta, Ya, Shab,
Wata, Wakam,
Watakam,
Tahaya,
Ta, Ta, Ya, Ha, Ta, Ya,
Taha,
Ta, Ha,
Ya, Naha,
Ya, Naha,
Shashaya,
Shashaya,
Ha'ai, Rayam,
Ha'ayim, Ha'ayim,
Ha'laha, Ha, Ha,
Ha,
Ha,
Ha, Laha,
Lamakwa, La,
Amakwa, Amakwa,
Walakwa, La, Walakwa, La.
Where are we at?
For refuge.
Oh, okay. Amakwa,
Lana, Lalanas,
Larana,
Shamaha,
Shama'a,
Ka,
Ka,
Maka,
Maka,
Apasha,
Lapasha,
Shamaha, Ka,
Masha, Kaha.
verse 16.
Verse 16.
Wam,
Ram,
Bakalaya,
Bakaya,
Razal,
Barazal,
Ka, Hawam,
Haka, Raham,
Mayamat.
Mayanat. Not.
Wayamat.
Why? Yeah. Not.
Ratza.
What is that?
Hawa.
Kawa.
Mawat.
Mawat.
Yawamat.
Nawamat.
Yawamat.
Lawa. Ya.
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 Wamat.
Ya. Wamat.
Haratza.
Hara. Taza. 17.
Waham.
Walaham.
Baba 1.
Baba 1.
Yaai.
Yaad.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Yamata.
Yamata.
Ba.
Ba.
Haka. Kawun.
Haka. Karum.
Mai. Yamat.
Why? Yamat.
Ratza.
Rataza.
Hawa.
Hara.
Mawat.
Mawat.
Yawamat.
Ya. Ramat.
Haratza.
Hara. Taza.
18.
18.
Wa.
Well,
Outside. Awan.
Hawan.
Makalaya.
Bakalaya.
Aitza.
Ataza.
Haida.
Yada.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Yamawata.
Yamwa. Mata.
Mawan.
Bawan.
Hakawan.
Hakawan.
Mayamat.
Wayamat.
Watzat.
Rataza.
Hawa.
Hawa.
Mawat.
Mawat.
I. Watak.
I matat.
I. Watak.
I. Wa. That.
I. Wa. Mat.
Ara. Mat.
Haratzak.
Haratzak.
19.
Verse 19.
Gal.
Go.
Adam.
Adam.
Hawa.
Hawad.
I. Mayat.
Yam. 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 Mayak.
Yeah. Sorry. Amayata.
Yamata.
Who you?
She'll put it there.
Okay. Yamayat.
Yamayat.
Ata.
Ata.
Haratzak.
Haratazak.
Baka. Bapa. Gai. I won.
Baba. I won.
Bawa.
Bawa.
How. Hawan.
Hawan.
Ya. Maya. Ta. Nawon.
Ya. Maya. Ta. Ya. Ya. Won.
Ya. Maya.
Ya. Maya. Ta.
Nawon.
Ya. Won.
Understood.
Verse 20.
Why? Wam.
Wa'am.
Basha. Naha.
Masa. Naha.
Ata. Da. Pan. Nawon.
Yep.
Aika.
Aha.
Da.
Da.
Nawon.
Namam.
Awon.
Awam.
Hasha. Layak.
Hashai layak.
La. Yawa.
Allah. Yawa.
Batza Dayaha.
Bataza Yaya
Batza
Bataza
Daya
Daya
Waya Mata.
Waya Yamata
Waya
Waya
Mata.
Mata.
But I mean
21.
Go ahead and go to the English. Use it verse 14.
Numbers chapter 13 and 35, verse 14. You shall give 3 cities on this side of Jordan, and 3 cities shall you give in the land of Canaan, which shall be the cities of
It
refuge.
specifically mentions 6 cities where this is going to be set up. Go ahead.
15. These 6 cities shall be refuge both for the children of Israel and for the stranger, for the sojourner among them, that everyone that killeth any person unawares may flee thither. 16. And if he smite him with an instrument of iron, so that he die, he is a murderer, that the murderer shall surely be put to death.
So now it's starting to outline the judgment for these murderers that are to flee to this area again, it's to separate them from the rest of society so that they don't cause further damage. That's the idea, right? Go ahead.
17. And if he smite him with thrown and stone, wherewith he may die, and he die, he is a murderer, and the murder shall surely be put to death.
So it doesn't matter if it's with iron or with a stone. Keep going.
18. Or if he smite him with the hand of weapon of wood, wherewith he may die, and he die, he is a murderer, that murderer should surely be put to death.
And so it's starting to continue to outline all these different examples of ways that people will harm each other, right? First it was the iron, then it was the stone, then it was the wood. There's really no excuse for it when it's done through the intention of harming somebody and it causes them to die, then that is grounds for execution. You understand what I'm saying? And so Israel is absolutely against murder and things like that. That's like the scripture says, is one of the first commandments, right? Thou shalt not kill. And there's absolutely a reason why that somebody would do something like that, maybe like in the defense of something. But this is specific to hatred or rage or animosity between people that would make it to be considered a murder and not self-defense or something like that. You understand? And so now it's continuing there. So keep going.
19. The revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer. When he meeteth him, he shall slay him.
So this is talking about the revenger of blood. This is somebody that's appointed to be the person that will seek them out and to finish the judgment. You understand? This is absolutely Shemitic. You know, there's this, let me give you an example. There's a show that my folks have been watching. It's a Turkish show. And obviously Ishmael is not the Israelites, but they had customs that were somewhat similar in that sense. And on the show, it was like whenever somebody would commit any kind of harm to somebody else to the point where they would die, there was somebody that was assigned to be the one to go and fulfill the judgment. They were like, if somebody broke any of their laws that would deem them worthy of death, somebody was assigned to go and do that because it maintained the honor amongst the entire tribe of people. So somebody gets assigned to it, and that's why it's calling them what does it say in verse 19? The revenger of blood.
Yes.
So that's the revenger of blood, is referring to the person that's assigned to do that. Go ahead.
20. But if he trusts him,
thrust him.
But if he thrusts him of hatred, or hurl at him laying of weight, that he die. 21. Or in the enmity smite him with his hand, that he die. He that smote him shall surely be put to death, for he is a murderer. A revenger of blood shall slay the murderer when he meeteth him.
So think about, I know that we, because we actually read ahead just a little bit. Go ahead and go back to the Hebrew and then continue, because you started verse 21. We actually read it in English already. But go ahead and read it in Hebrew, and we're going to read The first, the 7 more verses. You're gonna read from 21 to 27.
Mawa. Awa.
Baya. Baha.
Baya. Baha. Baya. Baha.
Haka. Hawa.
Haka. Kawa.
Haka. Hawa.
Haka. Kawa.
Baya. Dawa.
Baya. Dawa.
Maya. Mata.
Baya. Mata.
Ma. Watha.
Ma. Wata.
Iwa mat.
Awa. Mat.
Ka. Ma. Ka. Ha. Ka. Ha. Ma. Ka. Ha.
Hamaka. Ha.
What is that?
Wataza.
Hawa.
Hawa.
Ga.
Ga.
Hadam.
Hadam.
I. Maya.
I. Amayat.
Ata.
Ata.
Hara. Tazak.
Hira. Tazat.
Bapa. Gawam.
Bapa. Gawan.
Bawa.
Bawa.
2.
22.
Wam.
Wam.
Bapa. Daya.
Baba. Daya.
La. Bawa. So. Ba. La.
Bala.
Abaya.
Abaya. Abaya. Kaya. Abaya.
Aya.
Aya.
Ba.
Aya. Baha.
Tada. Pawam.
Tada. Pavam.
Awa.
Awa.
Hasha. Layak.
Asha. Layak.
La. Yawa.
Ala. Lawa.
La. Ya. Wa.
Allah. Ya. Allah. La. Wa.
Ka.
Ka.
Kalaya.
Kalaya.
Ba. La.
Bala.
Tazada. Yaha.
Tada.
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 Yeah. That one that look like a backwards Y is always Taza.
Tada.
It's da. Ya.
Ya.
Ha.
Ha.
So it's Tada Yaha.
Tada. Ya. Tada. Ya.
You go character by character. Awa.
Awa.
Some of that. 23.
23.
Awa.
Awa.
Baka.
Baka.
Aba 1.
Abba 1.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Mawata.
Amawata.
You put it together. Amawat.
Amawat.
Ba.
Ba.
Ba. La.
Bala.
Wa. Wata.
Wa'at.
No, Ra. Ra.
Ra. Ra'ata.
Wa. I. Paul. Wa. I. Paul.
Wa. Paul.
Wa. I. Paul.
Wa.
Wa.
Wa. Ala. Wa. I.
Ya. Wa.
I. La. Ya. Wa. Ya.
Wa.
La. Wa.
Wa. Ya. Mat.
Wa. Yamat.
Wa. Khai. Wa.
Wahai yep. Wahai wa.
La'a.
Wa'a.
La'a.
La'a.
Hawa. Yup. Hawa. Yup.
Awai yep.
Lawa.
Lawa.
Wala.
Wala.
Maba. Kwasha.
Maba. Kwasha.
Ra'ai. Dawa.
Wa'ai. Dawa. 24.
Wayashapa.
Waya shapa.
Dawa.
Dawa.
Ha'ai. Daha.
Wa'ai. Ha'ai. Da.
Ha'ai. Daha.
Ha'ai. Daha.
Bayawam.
Bayawan.
Kama. Kaha.
Kama. Kaha.
Waba. Yawam.
Wapa. Yawam.
Ga'a.
Gaal.
Adam.
Hadam.
Allah.
Allah.
Hamasha. Pat. Dayam.
Hama. Basoyam.
Hama.
Hama.
Sha.
Sha.
Paya.
Paya.
Dam.
Dam. Hama. Shapatyam.
Ha. Aha.
Ha. Allah. Ha. Allah. 35. 25. Sorry.
Waya. Waha. Tazaya. Wawa.
Why? Ha. Taza.
Ya.
Ya.
La. One.
Lawan.
Waha. Tazai. Yalawa.
Why? Ha. Taza. Larawan. Larawa.
Ha'ai. Daha.
Hi. Daya.
Ha'ai.
Ha. Daya.
Ha.
Daya.
Ata.
Ada.
Karat. Taza.
Karat. Taza.
Ma'ada.
Maida.
Go.
Go.
Hadam.
Hadam.
Hashad. Ya. Bawa.
Why? Hasha. Ba. Baya.
Wahasha.
Wahasha.
Ai.
I.
Bawa.
Bawa.
Atawa.
Atawa.
Ka'ai.
Kai. Daya.
Ha'ai. Daha.
Hai. Daya.
Ha.
Hai.
Ha.
Daha.
Ah.
Ah.
Ira.
Ira.
Kwa. La. Tawa.
Makwa. La. Tawa.
Asha.
Asha.
Nas.
As.
Shamaha.
Shamaha.
Wayashab.
Vayashab.
Ba. Ba.
Ba.
Aida.
Aida.
Mawat.
Mawat.
Hakahwa. Hakahwa.
Haka. Hawa.
Hawan, my bad. Hakawan.
Hakawan.
Haga. Bala.
Haga. Dala.
Asha.
Asha.
Mashak.
Masha.
Atawa.
Atawa.
Ba. Sha. Mawan.
Bashamuan.
Kwa. Dasha.
Aqua. Dasha.
Hakwadash.
Hakodash. 26.
Ma.
Wama.
Za.
Ataza.
Za.
Ataza.
Ra. Tza.
Arataza.
Ata.
Ata.
Gaba. Wa. Gabawa.
Gabawa.
Ira.
Ira.
Makwa. Wa.
Makwa. Ta.
Kwa.
Makwa.
La.
La.
Tawa.
Tawa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
I. Was.
Nawash.
Shamaha.
Shamaha.
27.
27.
Wamatza.
Wamatza.
Hatawa.
Atawa.
Ga.
Ga.
Hadam.
Hadam.
Makia. Watza.
Makwa.
Makia.
Maka.
Wa.
Wa.
Tza.
Taza.
Waga. Bawa.
Waga. Kwawa.
Oh my bad. Bawa.
Lawa.
Bawa.
Pawa.
Ira.
Ira.
Makwa. La. Tawa.
Makwa. La. Tawa.
Wara. Tza.
Bara. Taza.
Ga.
Ga.
Adam.
Adam.
The.
Ada.
Haratzak.
Haratza.
Ayawan.
Ayawan.
Lawa.
Wa.
Lawam.
Lawam.
Dam.
Dum.
28.
28.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Baira.
Baira.
Makwa. Latawa.
Makwa. Latawa.
Yashab.
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 Ayla.
Ayala.
Aida.
Aida.
Mawat.
Mawat.
Haka. Hawan.
Haka. Kawan.
Haga. Da. Hakada.
Hakada.
Waha. Kya. Raya.
Waha. Ha. Tarat. Taya.
Waka. Raya.
Waha. Wahara.
Go ahead and read through 34.
Read that.
Hmm?
Read that.
We were supposed to stop at 27.
Oh my God.
That's fine though, because 34 is going to finish the chapter.
Makes it English.
He said finish.
Yeah, just go ahead and read through 34 in the Hebrew.
Oh, in the Hebrew.
Yeah.
We left about after, right?
Yes. Come.
Karaya.
Karya.
Mawa.
Mawa.
Haka. Hawan.
Haka. Kawan.
Haga. Da.
Haga. Gada.
Aisha. Sir. Aisha. Wab.
Asharab.
Hara. Tizat.
Hara. Taza.
Al. Ratza.
Haratza.
Aha. Wa. Awam.
Ha. Ra. Tara. Tara.
29.
29.
Wahaya. Wa.
Wahaya. Ra.
La.
Allah. Lakam.
Laka. Wata.
La. Ha. Kwada. Kwadam.
Mashapat.
Masapat.
Lada. Ra. Daya. Come.
Laka. Wa. Dam.
Baka.
Waka.
Mawasha. Sa. the ya come.
Mawasha sha but to come.
Mawasha
Mawasha ka
the
ya
come.
come.
Right? 50.
50.
I mean 30. 30.
30. Ka
Maka Napash
napash apanya ariyam
Yaratza
yarataza
the
ada
Haratza
harataza
Wida
wida akak la na ai aka bana pasha number what 31 wala tukwa hawa takwa tawa kaba
Lana Pasha
lana pasha
Watza
watza
Ashar
ashar
Hawa
kawa
Sha'ai
mashai
Lama Wat
namawat kaya
Mawat
nawat
Iwa Mat
awamat
32
verse 32
Wala
wala
Kwa Tawa
takwa mawat maya kapar
Lana Watts
nanawat
Ha Ira
ira
Aqua Atawa
makwa latawa
Lashab
lashab
Lashawab
lashawab
Lashabat
lashabat
Baratza
baratza ada
Mawat
mawat
Waka Hawan
waka kawan
33
verse 33
Wala
wala
the Naya Pawa
taha naya paya
we got it percent
huh
Taha
taha
Naya Pawa
taha naya paya pawa
At
at
Haratza
haratza ashar adam ba kaya kadam hadam hawa
Nayam
ha
Ya
yahad
Nayap
nawab
Yap
ya ata haratza
Wa Naratza
wa naratza
La
la
I Kwapar
I kapar
La
adam
Ashar
ashar
Shapawan
shapawak
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 Ba
ba
Kaya
kaya
Badam
padam
Sabbath Kawam.
Sabbath Kawam.
34.
Verse 34.
Allah.
Wallah.
Tatama.
Tatama.
Da.
Ada.
Haratiza.
Haratiza.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Dam.
Adam.
Shabayim.
Shabayim.
Ba.
Ba.
Sam.
Ashar.
Anaya.
Anaya.
Sakawam.
Sakawam.
Kaba. Bata. Wakaha.
Bata. Ka. Waha.
Waka.
Bata. Waha. Kaya.
Bata.
Bata.
Wa.
Wa.
Ka.
Ka.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Anaya.
Anaya.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lakawam.
Lakawam.
Batawam.
Batawam.
Banya.
Banya.
Yasha'ala.
Yashala.
Ah.
Ah.
That was it.
Go ahead and read that in English. You was at verse 21.
Or in enmity smite him with his hand that he die. He that smote him shall surely be put to death, for he is the murderer. The revenger of blood shall slay the murderer when he meeteth him.
Keep going.
22. But if he thrust him suddenly with enmity, or have cast
without enmity.
Without enmity, or have cast upon him anything without laying of weight.
Right, like say, I'm just think of an example. Say a brother is working on the roof of a house and it has something heavy on the roof, and then unknowingly throws it off the roof, doesn't know if there's somebody standing on the ground, it lands on him, knocks him out cold, might even kill him, right? In an accident situation, right? Somebody throws a stone out in the dark, or just, you know how you use when you're young, you just throwing stones just to see how far you can get them to throw. What if it hit somebody and killed them? Now, it's so specific. I know it's such a hypothetical thing, but there's times where accidents happen. Like, say, for instance, what's a modern day example of thrust without enmity? Could be a car accident. Could be a how do I say, somebody walking as a pedestrian on the road, right? You may not have seen them coming from around a corner. They come out at the last second, you hit them. What they call that? They don't call that murder. They call that manslaughter, right? And so manslaughter is described here in the Bible as, even in the sense of it being an accident, there's still something that needs to be done. So keep reading on what it says about that.
23. Or with any stone wherewith the man may die, seeing him not, and cast it upon him that he die, and was not his enemy, neither sought him harm.
That's how you know it's an accident. Keep going.
24. The congregation shall judge between the slayer and the revenger of blood according to these judgments.
Yeah, so they're going to go by what was mentioned in the judgments that was mentioned about, like the iron, the wood, the stone, that kind of thing. But keep reading though, because it's going to differentiate between it being on purpose and it being an accident. Go ahead.
25. And the congregation shall deliver the slayer out of the hand of the revenger of blood, and the congregation shall restore him to the city of his refuge.
It says what? Restore him what?
To the city of his refuge.
So the city of refuge, which there's about 6 of them that are to be made, it says that the congregation will deliver the slayer out of the hand of the revenger, meaning that if it was an accident and they deemed that it wasn't punishable by death, that they would remove him from the rest of society to put them in this area where he is to stay. Sounds like prison. Now you're starting to see what it's outlined. It calls it a city, but it's technically a prison, and you're going to see why I'm saying that here in a minute. Go ahead and read on.
Whether he was fled, and he shall abide in it until the death of the high priest.
It says he has to stay there until the death of the high priest, which I'm assuming the high priest would be one of the people that would actually outline what his judgment would be. So that's like pretty much saying, how do I say, like a life sentence, right? That you would stay there. Now, if the high priest is already at an older age, and they pass away, then that's when you would be able to go free. So you may not have to serve as long of a sentence. But if it's a younger high priest, then who knows how long that'd be. You might stay in that city until you die. But that place of refuge was meant to separate people that were convicted for any kind of manslaughter or anything like that, to be separated from everybody else, which is technically kind of what a prison is. A prison is a city in itself. It has places to eat, right? It's got places to work out. It's very limited. It's not big like a city like we think of like San Antonio is a big city, but we don't think of a prison as a city that's that size. It's usually more compact. It's a lot more limited. And so that's similar in this case, where there's a city where you have people that would be considered, I don't want to say outlaws, but people that were just unfortunate enough to be at the wrong place at the wrong time if these kind of things happen to. So they had to be removed from everybody else, because what that would do is what would happen over time is if there's a lot of people that are having all of these accidents that are still amongst everybody else, then there could be lack of brotherhood. There could be, he say, she say, and then it becomes a real confusing situation. So I can understand the wisdom in separating people from the rest of the society for the sake of keeping the society itself in a more harmonious state. You know what I'm saying? Then rather than to have people that could be questionable or people that might not be trusted, and that would lessen the overall level of brotherhood that would be shown in the city. So this is done as a precautionary measure. Okay. So that's what it's referring to. So keep going.
Which was anointed with the holy oil. 26. But if the slayer should at any time come without the border of the city of his refuge, whether he was fled. 27. The revenger of blood find him without the borders of the city of his refuge. The revenger of blood kill the slayer, he shall not be guilty of the blood.
So the revenger of blood has forever, like that, he forever has the right to slay that person if they ever try to flee from that zone. That's how you know it's almost it's almost like a prison, because they're not allowed to leave that area. If they leave that area and the revenger of blood catches them on the outside of that zone and kills him, which that would be what his obligation is to do, then he wouldn't be found guilty for killing that person, because it is within the guidelines of the scriptures that the Most High is telling us. So somebody that commits manslaughter, be it by accident or what have you, that if that occurs, or if the judgment comes out to where he's not to be punished by death, he has to stay in that place until the high priest passes away. Then he can leave without being judged by the slayer, or the revenger. And until that time, he cannot leave that area. Otherwise, people might start murmuring, hey, what's his name? He done left the zone. You got to go look for him now. And then before you know it, it becomes it becomes a chase, right? Or that person would then have to flee and just be a vagabond and just try to leave completely out of the land of Israel and be like a stranger. So they would have to either go all the way out or stay within the confines of that refuge place, which we would consider modern day to be kind of like a prison. But of course, a prison now is a lot more strict. We don't see a description here that actively tries to prevent them from leaving it, but we do see that there's consequences if they leave it. Prison is designed so that you can't leave it, right? Unless there's some kind of prison break. So it takes it to a higher level, obviously, when you think of an actual prison house. But this is a little bit different from that, okay? Because it's not like that person actually meant to kill that person in these cases, where this place of refuge is starting to be populated by people that had these unfortunate events happen in their life. They have to stay there, and it's not like it's not assumed that they're bad people. It's just, like I said, it's a precaution. And that's why the scriptures are so on point, because it's covering all bases just to make sure that we have a society that can function properly, and that even when specific things happen, there's an answer for it. There's an answer for all those things. And we see that constantly throughout the laws of the Bible. Go ahead.
Verse
28.
28. But he should have remained in the city of his refuge until the death of the high priest. But after the death of the high priest, the slave should return into the land of his possession.
You understand that? And so the judgment holds until the death of the high priest. Once that happens, then that slayer of blood can then go back to his land where his inheritance is. So his tribe, basically, he'll be able to go back to the tribe, the land that his tribe is at. Go ahead.
So these things shall be a statute for judgment unto you throughout your generations in all your dwellings. 30. Whoso killeth any person, that the murderer shall be put to death by the mouth of the witness. But one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die.
So you can't get judged to death by one person. You understand what I'm saying? And so in the case where only one person is present, it very well could be a type of situation where somebody may have actually meant to harm somebody. You understand? But because there may not have been any witnesses, or because there may have been only one witness, they wouldn't be able to deem them worthy of death because the mouth of one witness is not enough. It would have to have been multiple people. And so even in a situation like that, somebody that may have actually meant to cause harm could then be in this place of refuge. So even in that type of situation, that you'll see that this place of refuge is starting to be populated by either people that didn't mean harm on the person that they accidentally killed, or may or may not have caused harm, but because there wasn't a sufficient amount of people to convict him, meaning more than one witness, then they wouldn't be able to be punished through death, because you can't just go by one person's word. It wouldn't be fair if that was the case. Go ahead.
30. Whoso killeth any person, the murderer shall be put to death by the mouth of the witness. But one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die.
Go ahead.
31. Moreover, ye shall take no satisfaction for the life of the murderer, which
don't
is
take
guilty.
no satisfaction for the life of a murderer. Go ahead.
Which is guilty of death, but he shall be surely put to death.
Go ahead.
32. And he shall take no satisfaction for him that is fled to the city of his refuge, that he should come again to dwell in the land to the death of the priest.
And you're not supposed to be holding a grudge against either of them, because the murderer is going to die anyways, and the person that is to be in the place of refuge is going to serve a sentence that is going to fulfill any obligation that is necessary on his end. So it's not like you're supposed to hold any kind of hatred or satisfaction in their suffering, because they're going to pay for what they did. And so because that's the case, then it evens it out. If somebody is accident, somebody that's near and dear to you is accidentally killed by somebody, it is a very, very tragic thing. And so naturally you would have, your mind might try to go there and to find satisfaction in that man being put into that prison house or that refuge land for a long time. You might find satisfaction. The scriptures reminding you that these are our people we're talking about. We're not supposed to like dwell on and be happy about bad things that happen to us, whether it be good, whether it be evil that is done on purpose or evil that is done on accident. You know, part of the reason why when you look at the state of affairs amongst blacks and Hispanics, you see a lot of attention that goes to drama, especially amongst us, right? Where you see a video of a brother, basically taking judgment into his own hands when he finds out that his woman cheated on him. Then you see all these people in the comment section got things to say, or you see two brothers fighting a fist fight online and one of them whoops the other one and people are out here in the comments cheering it on. That's the type of mentality that Israel needs to get rid of, because we're not supposed to take pleasure in seeing the suffering of our people. That's why this scripture is so heavy, because it's reminding us that yes, these things will happen. These things can happen in a society, but don't take pleasure when the judgment happens. Don't like, because it could happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Those type of situations, when people dwell in negativity and then their whole life becomes about grifting and being negative and being the kind of person that's always argumentative and always seeking all the, what's the word, the Spanish word, all the gossip, the chisme, how's it going? They want all the cheese, man. They're always looking for the gossip because that's what they dwell in. They dwell in that negativity. We need to get rid of that because that's toxic. That's the kind of mentality that has led us to being destroyed, because ultimately it leads to us falling away from the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
33. And you shall not pollute the land wherein you are, for the blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that's shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Right, and that's why one way or another they end up paying for it. Go ahead.
34. Defile not therefore the land which you shall inherit, wherein I dwell. Inhabit, wherein I dwell, for I, the Lord, dwell among the children of Israel.
Right, because the Most High puts a spirit into each and every one of us that comes from him, right? The children of Israel to be a righteous nation of people that can learn to get along with each other and to find answers and solutions when offenses happen. You understand? We are to be the kind of people that will not defile the land that we live at. Of course, when you look at the condition that our people are in now, our land is completely defiled under the inhabitants because we've forgotten God's covenant. We don't know our real heritage anymore. Our people call themselves all these other names except for the 12 tribes of Israel, who we actually are. And we believe here in the Isupk and the Commanding General Yohana, we believe wholeheartedly in our true culture and identity. You understand? That's something that's so important for us to remember, because it is the beginning of us coming back together and actually being able to dwell around each other without all of the drama, without all the toxicity that is so commonly seen amongst us right now. And there's so much work that needs to be done so that we can return to a different state of being, and eventually being in our own homeland, away from all these other nations who have been just influencing us to be terrible like the way they are. So we got to get away from that mentality. It starts with us coming back to God's laws. It starts with us finding out who we are and to separate ourselves from the ways of the world, because the ways of the world is at enmity with the Most High. All right, that's the end of that chapter. So let's go back to the Hebrew, and we're going to read the first 7 verses of Numbers chapter 36.
Numbers chapter 36, verse 1.
Wayakwa ra bawa
Wayakwa ba kwawa
ashaya
ashaya
haba wat
habawat
amsha pa dahat
lamasha pa yahat banya
gala aib
galaib
bawan
bayawan
maka yara
makayura
bawan
bayawan
nasha
manasha
masha pa hat
mama pas pakat banya bayasap
wadaba rawa
wadaba baya bara
lapanya
masha walapanya hanasayam washaya abawat lapanya yashal. Verse 2. Marwa Ada Adanya.
Can we say it out of one?
Out of one.
That's how it's spelled.
Tazawa.
Tazawa.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ata.
Atat.
Ata.
Atah.
Aratza.
Aratza.
Banaka. Banaka. Laka.
Manaha. Aha.
Baga. Wa. Ra. Waba. No. Ba. Wa. Waga. Wa. Ra.
Bagogoro.
Babanya.
Abanya.
Yashala.
Yashala.
Kahawan.
501.
Tazawa.
Tazawa.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ata.
Atah.
Ata.
I mean, la atah.
Ata. Ata.
La
Yeah. Lata.
la atah.
Ata.
La atah. Atah. Atah.
Halat.
Na halat.
Tazala. Patat.
Tasala.
Patat.
Patat.
Aya. Awa.
Ayahaya. Nawa.
Laba. Labana. The one.
Labana. Tawan. Verse 3.
Waya one.
Wayon. Wayo. Wahayon.
Waya one.
Wahaya. What?
Wahayawa.
Wahayawa.
Ahad.
Ahad.
Mabanya.
Mabanya.
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
Shabbatya.
Shabbatya.
Banya.
Banya.
Yasha'al.
Yashala.
Nayashim.
Nashim.
Wana. Gara. Aka.
Wana. Gawa. Aha.
Naha. Natawan.
Ha. Natawan.
One.
Natawan.
Natawan.
Naha. Natawan.
Manaha. Lata.
Minaha. Natan.
Abata. Ya. Nawan.
Abata. La. Nawan.
One. Wana. 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 What's up?
Wana. What's up?
Allah.
Allah.
Nahalat.
Nahalat.
Hamatat.
Hamadat.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Taha. Yawa.
Taha. Ya. What?
Aham.
Yahum.
Laham.
I mean, lahum.
Wama. Garau.
Wamakawa.
Naha. Latawa.
Naha. La. Da. What?
I. Garaya.
I go.
Right.
I go right.
4.
34. I mean, verse 4.
Waham.
Wahum.
Ya. Hayaha.
Ya. Ha. Ya.
Hayaba.
Ayaba.
Labanya.
Abanya.
Yashahal.
Yashala.
Wanasa. Aha.
Wanasa. Paya.
Aha. Latawa.
Naha. Atawa.
Ila.
Allah.
Lalat.
Nalat.
Hama.
Daha.
Hama, Daha,
Ashar.
Ashar,
Haya. Ha.
Tayaha, Tayana, Da,
Haya.
Haya, Aha,
Hum.
Lahum,
Wana. Wama. Nahya. Ha.
Wama, Naha, Lot,
Mata.
Mata,
Wa. Badai.
Bab,
Now.
Pamanau,
Yaga. Raya.
Yaga, Raya,
Nakia. Mata. One. Nakia Lata one.
Naka, Aha, Kalatawan.
Which by
Verse 5.
why it does the war.
Watazawa,
Masha.
Masha,
Mata.
Ata,
Panya.
Banya,
Yashala.
Yashala,
Allah.
Allah,
Panya.
Banya,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Lamar.
Lamar,
Hawam.
Koam,
Mata.
Mata,
Panya.
Banya,
Yahwasa.
Yawasab,
Tabarayim.
Tabaya, Tabawayam,
Tabarayim.
Tabawayam.
Verse 6.
Verse 6.
Zaha.
Sa'a,
Ha. Nabar.
and Dabar,
Shah.
Shah,
Tazwa.
Tazawa,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Laban. Laban. Now. What?
Number now,
Laban.
Aban, now what?
Tazala. Tazala pa. Ha.
Tazala, Pa,
Lamar.
Lamar,
La. The what?
Latawab,
Wa I. Ya. Na ya. Hum.
Menahem,
Ba I.
Ba'i,
Ya.
Ya,
Na ya. Hum.
Ahaya, Hum, Benahim,
The ha. Ya na.
Taha, Yana,
La na shayim.
Lana, Shayam,
Ak. Ak.
Ak,
La masha. Pahat.
Lamasha, Payat,
La masha.
Lamasha, Pahat,
Mata.
Mata,
Abai. Ya hum.
Abaya, Hum,
The haya na.
Tahayana,
La na shayim.
Lana, Shayam.
7.
Verse 7.
We stop at 7 or go through 7?
Go ahead and read it.
Allah.
Wala,
Tazab.
Tazab,
Nakala. Ha.
Naha, La, Ha,
Banya.
Abanya,
Yashu Allah.
Yashala,
Mamata. Mamata.
Mamata,
Allah. Allah.
Allah,
Mataha.
Mataha,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Ayesha.
Aisha,
Banahlat.
Benanalat,
Mata.
Mata,
Abba. Dayawan.
Abatayawan,
Ya. Daba. Kwaya. No. But. Pada. Ya. Ya. Daba. Kawa.
Ya Baka, Banya, Kawa,
Banya.
Manya,
Yashu Allah.
Yashala.
Back to the English.
Numbers chapter 36, verse 1. And the chief fathers of the families of the children of Gilead And the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, the families of the son of Joseph, came near and spake before Moses, before the princes and the chief fathers of the children of Israel. Verse 2, and they said, the Lord commanded my Lord to give the land of inheritance by the lot of the children of Israel. And my Lord has commanded by the Lord to give the inheritance of Zelophehad, our brother, unto his daughters. Verse 3, and if they be married to any of the sons or other tribes of the children of Israel, then shall their inheritance be taken from the inheritance of our fathers. It shall be put to the inheritance of the tribe whereunto they are received. So shall it be taken from the lot of our inheritance.
So these people are coming to Moses with a matter that's dealing with the order that was being given. And the order that was being talked about was how they were supposed to have basically stayed together. The children of Joseph, of course, are the children of Manasseh and the children of Ephraim, or Ephraim. And so these are the Manassites would be the Cubans of modern day, and then the children of Ephraim would be the Puerto Ricans. And the importance about this is that they maintain the integrity of their tribe, because them being the sons of Joseph, they need them to not intermingle with I don't want to say completely with the other tribes, like they can't, but this period in time is important. It was very vital because it was at the time right before the tribes were actually supposed to be implemented as part of the 12 tribes of Israel, because it mentions Joseph instead of the separate Ephraim and Manasseh. But so they needed to grow more first. That's why it was ordered for them to actually stay amongst each other for a little while longer. Go ahead.
And if they be married, verse 3, and if they be married to any of the sons of other tribes of the children of Israel, then shall their inheritance be taken from the inheritance of our fathers, and shall be put to the inheritance of the tribe whereunto they are received. So shall it be taken from the lot of our inheritance.
Right, because it would lessen the growth. It would slow down the growth of the tribe of Manasseh and Joseph and Ephraim. Go ahead.
Verse 4, and when the jubilee of the children of Israel shall be, then shall their inheritance be put in the inheritance of the tribe whereunto they are received. So shall their inheritance be taken away from the inheritance of the tribe of our fathers.
Go ahead.
Verse 5, and Moses commanded the children of Israel according to the word of the Lord, saying, the tribe of the sons of Joseph have said well. Chapter 6, verse 6, this is the thing which the Lord doth command concerning the daughters of Zelophehad, saying, let them marry to whom they think best. Only to the family of the tribe of their fathers shall they marry. Verse 7.
The family of the tribe of their father. So it could be, actually it's going to tell you. That way you don't have to jump ahead. But it's basically telling you they got to stay within their tribe to help that tribe grow. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7. So shall the inheritance of the children of Israel remove the tribe of the tribe. From tribe to tribe, shall keep himself to the inheritance of the tribe of his fathers.
Keep going.
Verse 8, and every daughter that possesseth the inheritance in any tribe of the children of Israel shall be a wife unto one of the family of the tribe of her father, that the children of Israel may enjoy every man the inheritance of his fathers.
You see what I'm saying? It's saying to not dilute the tribes at this time, because the tribes got to marry amongst people that come from their forefathers, which would mean that in specific cases you might see that the cousin might be acceptable, right, in that particular case, or a distant relative that is still within the same tribe. You understand? Because family trees branch out. And you look at any particular tribe at this point, there's been more than a couple of generations since Jacob and his 12 sons. So it's at this point, we're literally talking about Israel in the sense of the people that came further down the line. And so now we're trying to bolster up the tribes specifically for the land where we have the inheritance. Go ahead.
That was it.
That was the end of verse 7. Okay, so go back to the Hebrew. Go ahead and read from 8. You're going to finish the chapter, and you're going to read the first verse of the next chapter.
Numbers chapter 36, verse 8. will call.
But
But
Yara Shatat
Yara Shatat
Nakia Lacha
Naka Laha
Mafta Wata
Mamata Tahat Mamata
Wata
Wata
Banya
Banya
Yashal
Yashala
Akia
Nadat
Akia
I thought I cut
Lakia
I cut
Mamasha Pakia
Mamasha Pakat
Matacha
Mataya
Abaya
Abaya
Yaha
Daha Yaha
Lasha
Lashaha
Lama Iwam
Ama Aima
Ya Ashawa
Lavashara
Banya
Banya
Yashala
Yashala
Aisha
Aisha
Kilat
Nakalat
Abawat Yawam
Abarat Verse 9
Wala
Wala
Zab
Tazab
Ashal Bacha
Aha Allah
Na
Na
Shalacha
Kahala Kia Allah Aha
Ma Bacha
Rama Taha
Lam Mata
Namata
Akya
Aka
Aya
Kaya
Aisha
Aisha
Banakya La Tawa
Benanaka Nya La Benaka Tawa
Aida Bakwawa
Ida Bakwa
Mata Wata
Mata Wata
Banya
Banya
Yashal
Yashala
Stain
Verse 10
Kashar
Kashor
Tazawa
Tazwa
Yahawa
Yahweh
Abda
Ata
Masha
Masha
Kawan
Kawan
Ashar
Ashar
Banawat
Banawat
Tazala Hakyaw Da
Tazala Baka Ata
11
Verse 11
Wata Khaya Laha
Wata Taya Naha
Wata Khaya Laha
Wata Yaha
Ha Wataha
Wataha
Yanaha
Nanaha
Mashallah
Makala
Taratza
Taratza
Laha
Waha Galaha Taha
Ya
Waka
Khalat
Hala
Malak
Walmalak
One Eye
Wanai
Banawat
Banawat
Taza La Pakya
Tazala Paya Wala
Banya
Banya
Darayam Daraya Kawan
Dariya Koyam Nanasayim.
Verse 12.
Verse 12. Mamashapa. Aha. Banya. Manasha. Banya. Yabasa. Hayawa. Lanasayam. Wata Yahaya. Na Harantawa. Ayla. Mamata. Mata. Masha Pahat. Habayawan.
13.
Verse 13. Alaha. Hamatzawat. Waham Masapa Dayam. Ashar. Tezawah. Yahweh. Ba'ida. Mesha. Al. Banya. Yashal. Ba'ai Bayat. Barat. Ba'ai Barayat. Ba'ai Rabat. Mawab. Allah. I Yaram. Yeah. Wa Kawa. Yeah. Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. Alaha. Hadabayam. Ashar. Abara. Mesha. Allah. Ka. Yashala. Ba'alabar. Haya. Wamam. Bamadwa. Ba'ai Rabah. Mawa. Shawa. Bayawam. Pawan. Abawai. What? Bayayam. Barai. Why? Wa? Ba. Ya. Wam. Why? Bayawam. Tapa. Walabam. Wahatzarat. Waya. Sahad. Sahab.
That was the end of one.
All right, go ahead and read the English. You started at verse, what was it? Numbers 36, verse 8.
Numbers chapter 36, verse 8. And every daughter that possesses the inheritance in any tribe of the children of Israel should be wife unto the family of the tribe of her father, that the children of Israel may enjoy every man his inheritance of his fathers. Verse 9, neither shall the inheritance remove from one tribe to another tribe, but every one of the tribes of the children of Israel should keep himself to his own inheritance.
So you can see that the children of Israel are to have this during the time where we're still taking and setting up the land of Israel. This is important because if one tribe starts to receive a lot of the daughters from other tribes, and those daughters have inheritance that were given, be it because maybe they didn't have a brother that the father would give inheritance to, that would mean that land would then transfer to another tribe, and then the inheritance that was given for each tribe would start to get skewed because there'd be splotches of land that would belong to other tribes, though it was supposed to be within the borders that were set up for a different tribe. So that's why the Most High is having it like this right now. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 9, neither shall the inheritance remove from one tribe to another tribe, but every one of the tribes of the children of Israel shall keep himself to his own inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10, even the Lord commanded Moses, so did the daughters of Zelophehad.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11, for Mahala, Tirzah, Hogla, and Micaiah and Noah, the daughters of Zelophehad, were married unto their father's brother's sons.
Right, because this was not actually considered to be what we now today consider incest, because again, it was supposed to be, they were supposed to marry unto their forefathers' family, but a different branch, right? So that's why they ended up doing that, because it was the way for them to maintain their tribes. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And they were married into the families of the sons of Manasseh, the son of Joseph. Their inheritance remained the tribe of the family of their father.
There it is. Keep going.
And these are the commandments and the judgments which the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses unto the children of Israel in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho.
There you go. So now it's again, this is how you know, because we're still in proximity to the other nations right now. We still at this point in time in the scriptures, as we go from the book of Numbers into the book of Deuteronomy, so you can see that Israel is still in an era of conquest and in an era of growth. You understand? This is the Most High that ordered us to do these things, and we had to follow them to the T so that we would be blessed by the Lord. If we started to fall away from any other thing that the Most High ordered for us to do at the time, it would lead to us failing in the time where we're supposed to be succeeding in conquest and taking more of the land that we would call the land of Israel. Okay, so now we're going to go to Deuteronomy. Go ahead and read the first verse, and then we'll finish up with the last section today.
Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all of Israel on this side of Jordan in the wilderness, in the plains over against the Red Sea, between Paran, Tophel, and Laban, and Hazeroth, and Dizahab.
On this side of the Jordan, which would be the west side of the Jordan River, that would be, of course, in the land in the Middle East, but it's a little bit eastern of what we see in the land of Israel today. So it's talking about all those lands over there. Hazeroth, Dizahab, all these different places that are eastern of modern day Israel, because it was all originally a part of the land of Israel. It's just that they're nowhere near, like the people that are in the land right now. I'm gonna definitely talk about this at camp today. The people that have taken our inheritance and have distributed amongst themselves, they claim to have the part in our land, and they all claim ancestry and originality to that land. And technically, I'm gonna be completely honest, technically Israel wasn't the originators of that land as well. They came and conquered that land, and God ordained for them to do so. And so they had to go and take it. And so just like how they did that back then, we would have to do that in the future. Well, just like how we did that back then, we would have to do that in the future, because there's people that are there and not got no business being there. But the Most High is going to show in the end who he's with. And so it's important for us to prepare ourselves to be in the Most High's favor by continuing to follow the commandments the way that he told us to do them. You know what I'm saying? And so reading about this history is so important, because now you're going to see what it's going to take for us to actually get back to the Holy Land and to get back our inheritance, which the Most High said was going to be ours forever. It's just that we had to go through all these growing pains as a nation, falling back, get put into multiple captivities to learn our lesson because of how stubborn we've been throughout the course of the nation of Israel's history. That's why it's written all about in these books, so that we know exactly how to avoid the mistakes that our forefathers have made in the past. All right, go ahead and go back to the Hebrew. We're going to read from verse 2 to verse 8, and then that should be it for today. So go ahead and finish that up, Uncle Shaw.
Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 2. Ahad, Ashar, Aram, Mawab, Maharab, Darak, Har, Sha'ira, Ayada, Kodash, Manahai. Verse 3. Why? Yeah. Bara, Yan, Bara, Bayam, Shana.
It's to try and get you to come to work or what? Tell him it's the Sabbath. Y'all need to leave me alone. That's your boss?
It's a job, man. It's account services.
Okay. I'm about to say, man, that's crazy.
By Shata, Shata, by I, Shah, Daya, Hashara, Quadas, Bahad, La Quadas, Dabia, Dabara, Masha, Banya, Yashala, Kakal, Ashar, Tezawa, Yahweh, Hatawa, Alaham. Verse 4. Arayim. Haka Tawa. Hata. Sa Ha Yarom. Malak. Hamariah. Ashar. Yahushab. Bakat Shawam. Wata. Awakal. Malak. Haba Sharon. Ashar. Awashab. Ba'ai Shatarat. Barai Ayah. Verse 5. Ba'ai Bara. Haya Rayam. Baratza. Moab. Hawayal. Masha. Bara. At. Hata. Bara.
Hazat.
Hazat.
Amor.
Amor.
6.
Verse 6.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Allah.
Allah.
Ya.
Ya.
Nawah.
Nawah.
Dabara.
Dabaya.
Dabara.
Dabara.
Allah. Yanawah.
Allah. Nawah.
Baharab.
Baharab.
Lamar.
Lamor.
Rab.
Rob.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
Habar.
Habar.
Hazah.
Hatazah.
Hazah.
Hatazah.
Ha.
Ha. Zah. Hazata. Nota. Ha.
Hazah.
Hatzaha.
7.
Verse 7.
Panawah.
Panawa.
Wasa'ai.
Wasa'awa.
Akam.
Hakam.
Wabawa.
Wabawa.
Har.
Har.
Hama. Raya.
Hama. Raya.
Wa'a.
Wall.
Kho.
Call.
Shaka. Na'aiwa.
Shakanawa.
Ba'ai. Ba'ai. Rabaha.
Ba'ai. Ra. Paya.
Ba.
Baya.
Ba'ai. Rabaha.
Ba'ai. Rabaha.
Bahar.
Bahar.
Basha. Pala.
Wabasha. Paya.
Bana. Wabana. Gab. Wabana.
Wabana.
Gab.
Gab.
Waba. Hawab.
Waba.
Haw. Wa.
Say it again.
Wa.
Wa. Waba.
Ha.
Ha.
Wa.
Wab.
Hayam.
Hayam.
Aratiza.
Araza.
Hakawa. Ai. Naya.
Hakawa. Na.
Ai.
Haka'a. Na.
Haka.
Haka.
Na.
Na.
Ai.
I.
Naya.
Naya.
Wahala. Banawam.
Waya. Banawan.
Aida.
Ida.
Kanahar.
Kanahar.
Haga. Rob.
Hagawa.
Ahar.
Ahar.
Harat.
Pawat.
Verse 8.
Verse 8.
Raka.
Waha.
Na. Natayab.
Nataya.
Lapana. Kaya. Kam.
La.
Na. Yakam.
Lapana. Come.
The.
Ata.
Haratza.
Haratza.
Bawa.
Bawa.
Warashawa.
Wawashawa.
Ata.
Ata.
Haratza.
Haratza.
Ashar.
Hashar.
Aisha. Ya.
Hashapo.
Nasha.
Nashapo. Nashab. Bai.
Yahawa.
Yahweh.
La. Labad. Daya. Kam.
Labana. Labana.
Labata.
Labata. Labata.
Ya.
Kayam.
Kam. Laba. Raham.
Laba. Rahum.
Tizak.
La'aitzak.
Wala. I. Wala. Ya. I. Kwa.
Wala. Yai. Wala.
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 Ya. Kwa.
Yai. Kawab.
Atat. Atat.
Ladat.
Lakam.
Lahum. Lakam.
Wa Ra I am.
Walai. Wa. I am.
Ha Rayam. No. Ha Rayaham.
Ha. Rayahum.
I was like,
Go back to the English. Start at verse 2.
Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 2. There are 11 days' journey from the Horeb by the way of Mount Seir unto Kadesh Barnea.
That was a nice pronunciation. Go ahead.
And it came to pass in the 40th year in the 11th month on the first day of the month that Moses spake unto the children of Israel according unto all the Lord had given him in the commandment unto them.
So this is important. So it's talking about that's the amount of time that it took from when we left Egypt. You understand? Basically, around that amount, 41 years. It's crazy because now is the time where we're going to start establishing the land of Israel as its completion rather than us wandering around in the wilderness, meaning us being, how to say, not vagabond, but us without a set up society. You understand? Like an actual set with the borders and the the society set up with all of the organization that we've been reading about from the end of the book of Exodus all the way through the book of Numbers. That's why Numbers are so important, because Numbers was literally about moving by the numbers, getting the entire inheritance for what would be the land of Israel, getting it ready, because we had to get it ready before we then settled in. It's like if you say you're looking to build a house, right? You're looking to build a house. Well, the house ain't built yet. You have to build it before you can live in it. And so think of that, but think about in a wide scale sense, in the whole entire region that we were to be set up. We had to make sure to establish it first before we can then move into it. Because in a time where you're building a house, you're not living at the house. There's no house to live in. You have to have somewhere temporary where you would be set aside to be able to then, be in close proximity to it, but then actually set it all up while that's going on and then move into it. You know what I'm saying? That's literally what's going on. And the beauty of it is when you really think about all that it's going to take to actually settle in, thank God that we have all the different tribes of Israel, which are so resourceful and so useful and so skilled, talented, and gifted by the things that the Most High has given us to be able to accomplish settling into that land. The tribe of Issachar is the tribe that be building most of the structures that are out here. Not just the houses, the highways. You see all the construction going on 35? There's an Israelite that doesn't know he's an Israelite that's building a whole nother person's kingdom. Imagine the kind of joy and satisfaction he would get to then have the resources and ability to do those very same things that he's skilled at, but in his own land for his own nation. They would be jumping at the opportunity to do so, because it wouldn't be about them trying to survive off of making a buck doing these things. It would be them then being able to be creative with their mind and be able to come up with the designs of the houses that they would think of in their mind and be like, well, you're telling me I have the ability and the freedom to use the resources that I find to actually make what I want to make and not what somebody else wants me to make? That's got to be that's the kind of feeling that we want all of the tribes to experience again. We haven't been able to experience that in thousands of years. We didn't even get to experience that when we were here originally as the indigenous peoples, because the Most High wasn't going to bless us with the ability to really get along to the point where we had our entire culture. We had been so far separated from each other for all these years. Now, in the book of Deuteronomy, as we go into the first chapter in the book of Deuteronomy, it's now starting to outline how we settle in to the land of Israel. Because now we outlined it and we drew the borders and we removed any of the other nations that were in our way. Now it's time for us to settle in. And of course, we're going to see what happens with Moses and everybody as we start to do that, and if we actually make it to that point. So it's not gonna be without its challenges, because mind you, us removing other nations out of that land meant what? There would be people that got animosity against Israel. There's going to be people that are going to try to buck up against Israel. And so Israel has to be ready for that. That's the kind of mentality you have to have going into even something as simple as being at camp, holding shamar. You have to be on that mindset, like with that 1,000-yard stare. It is going to require for us to build the nation of Israel again on the earth. If you're reading at camp, if you're teaching at camp, you have to understand that that's no different than when we were out there surveying the land, holding things down, talking about and planning out what's going to happen, prophesying about the things that are going on. You understand? Our nation of people are not like anybody else on the earth, because we have been given the understanding of prophecy so that we can declare what the Lord is going to do on the earth before it happens, and then we watch it happen, or we are a part of the happening. And that's what we got to do, take this truth day to day to understand that we are a part of that process right now on the earth again. And that's a privilege to have been awakened into this truth so that we could finally see the completion of what was started so long ago, because we had it and then we lost it. But we're going to have it and we're going to keep it forever under Christ, our King. Go ahead.
And after the slain of Sihon, the king of the Amorites, which dwelt in Heshbon, the Og, the king of Bashan, which dwelt in Asheroth and Edrei.
Go ahead.
On verse 5, on this side of Jordan, the land of Moab, began Moses to declare the law, saying, verse 6, the Lord has spoken unto us in the Horeb, saying, ye have dwelt long enough in this mount. Verse 7, turn you and take your journey and go to the mount of the Amorites and to all the places nigh thereunto, in the plain, in the hills, and in the vale, and in the south, and by the sea, to the land of the Canaanites, and to Lebanon, and unto the great river, and the river Euphrates. Verse 8, behold, I have set the land before you. Go and possess the land which the Lord swore unto your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and give unto them and unto their seed after them.
So in conclusion, what we're reading about now is, now that we've taken the time throughout the book of Numbers to organize the nation, to have a rank and order structure so that orders can be moved around, like what I'm saying is like passed up or passed down, right? Depending on requests and understandings and, councils and all that type of stuff. Now that we have this level of organization, now we can spread out amongst the land and the lot of our inheritance, and then successfully fill up that land and understand that, now is about us securing that land and growing within it and maintaining the growth of our tribes and the inheritance that the Most High promised to us, all within it. And so it couldn't have just been something that we winged and tried to do within a short amount of time. It took a long time for us to prepare to be able to govern that land successfully. And so we have to remember that as we go into the end times here in America and across the whole globe today, that this very same dynamic may be echoed in a later time, where Israel needs to have those lessons taught to them again, the organization to then be reestablished amongst the 12 tribes of Israel again, with the understanding of now in the context of everything that has happened up until now. Because you can be rest assured, we're going to be going over these very same things with our people after America's fall, after the world is brought low, after the day of the Lord has been declared across the whole world. We're preparing for that. That's the real end game. The end game for the other nations is the turmoil that's about to come on the economy and on the armies of the world, all of that. The end game for us is beyond that, and knowing what the next step is to be ahead of the rest of the world as far as knowing what happens after the shit hits the fan, so to speak. And so with that, Amajim, you gotta drink that little sip. Go ahead, blow the horn. All right, with that. I'll wrap this up. Where that's at. All right, with that, Amadim. Sar, we're playing Hakudam. All right, now we're going to finish with the Lord's Prayer and the Lashon Kodash and in the English. Go ahead.
Abenav.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Haya. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakuka. Taba'ah. Zaka. Haya. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Haya. Bashamayim. Natalanaw. Bakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalakanaw. Kabawatnaw. Wasalaknaw. Kabawatinaw. Wala'a. Tabi'aynaw. Banasaya 1. Babal. Hawashaynaw. Mayan. Right. Kaya. Lakab. Amalakwa. Wahala. Wataparat. Lawalamim. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. All right, that Sar. All right, at this time we're gonna salute the scroll. Go ahead and face toward me. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakya.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakya.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakya.
Go ahead and step down. Hey boys, come over real quick. Y'all gotta salute the scroll. Make sure to get them. Tell you. I don't know if they heard me.
Yeah, come over and salute the scroll.
Go get them. Son of Christ. Blow the horn one more time. All right. Now with that, we're gonna give the brothers one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amad Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakatham, Yadimata, Sar. Turn and face the sisters for one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amad Shabbat, Amajum, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakatham, Yadimata. Dismissed.